I'm Joanna Powers, and welcome to Annelid Primetime News Channel 13.
And I'm Marley South.
Now, we would like to take you to a closer look onto what it's really like to be an Annelid.
Thanks, Joanna. I'm here today with Lisa the Leech and Ernie the Earthworm. Now, Lisa and Ernie, what is the first thing you do in the morning?
Well, my whole day is pretty much filled up with eating and moving through the soil.
Oh, and is that where you live, in the soil?
Yes, I live in it and I eat it.
And how about you, Lisa?
I live in freshwater, and I will eat just about anything, but I prefer blood.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, and Ernie, do you regenerate often?
Only when I have to, usually when some nasty little kid digs me up and cuts me in half. But usually I reproduce sexually.
Cool. How do you move through and around the soil?
Well, Anna, I start by sticking my back setae, which are hair-like protrusions, into the ground, and then I contract my circular muscles, stretching me forward. Next, I grip the ground with my front setae and contract my muscles that run the length of my body, pulling the back end of my body in.
Can you demonstrate?
Why, sure, Anna.
Good job, Ernie. Now take a deep breath.
Well, actually, Ernie and I cannot take deep breaths. We have no lungs, and we absorb oxygen through our skin.
Okay, then can you tell me why you have 5 hearts?
Absolutely. Annelids like me have a closed circulatory system. Our 5 hearts are actually just larger blood vessels that contract and move blood throughout our circulatory system.
Oh, and do you guys have a coelom?
Yes, we do. We have a central cavity that our digestive tract and other organs are stored in. We are also segmented, so different sections of our body have different functions. For example, I have nephridia, which are like your kidneys in which they remove metabolic waste from the blood.
Fascinating. Okay, one more question. Do you two have any relatives?
We do. One of our cousins, who also an annelid, is Brittany the bristleworm. Bristleworms are also known as polychaetes. Ernie and I don't see her very often because she lives in the ocean.
Oh, that's too bad. Thank you, Lisa and Ernie, for talking with me. Back to you, Marley.
Thanks, Anna. Who knew their lives could be so interesting? Too bad they can't see their cousin Brittany often.
Are you hungry? Because Hannah's cooking it up with some delicious food.
Let's take a closer look.
Today on the show, we're cooking with Andrew the Annelid. Andrew, what's your favorite food?
I'm a detritivore, so I like feeding on the sediments and deposits for the microorganisms they contain. Polychaetes are aquatic annelids that like to eat chemosynthetic bacteria around hydrothermal vents. Some annelids eat small invertebrates too.
But you look so simple. How can you digest other organisms?
Like our nematode ancestors, we have complex digestive tracts that include specialized organs, a mouth, and an anus. Nephridia remove metabolic waste from our bodies.
I don't quite understand what nephridia are. Can you explain them a little bit more?
Nephridia are like kidneys in humans. They're our main excretory organs. We have a pair of nephridia on each segment, and one usually opens into the ceiling.
Oh, I see. Why don't we get to work preparing some food?
Okay.
Let's add in 1 cup of dirt.
Don't forget the microorganisms.
Okay, I'll add them in. Here, how does that taste?
That really hit the spot.
How scrumptious!
Yes, very. Now, from all that food, we need to shake it off with some sports. We have Shane in sports. Shane?
Hello there, invertebrate fans, and thanks for tuning in. In the invertebrate basketball world, the Players Association met with the annelids and the echinoderms on trying to decide what type of court to use. The echinoderms feel more accustomed to moving fully submerged in water, while the annelids have to stay moist to survive. They made a compromise with having a partially submerged court so that the annelids are staying moist without drowning, and the echinoderms can swim freely. This preseason meeting led up to the game, which was amazing! You would think that those annelids would have the advantage with their segmented bodies, with a wider range of movement, but the echinoderms have a secret weapon, using their tube feet to take their shot much more accurately. While the annelids are kind of screwed in a way because they have to use their head to pass the ball back and forth, and if they want to shoot, they have to use their head and knock it into the basket. That's all for now. I'm Shane with the sports. Good night.
Thanks, Shane. Wow, such an upset for those annelids.
Wow, who would have expected?
We interrupt your normal programming to bring you from the beaches of North Carolina, where Samuel Champion is on the scene to bring you some disturbing developments on the activities of the echinoderm in this region.
That's right, Joanna. These spiny creatures have gone on strike to protest the discrimination that they have received at the hands of protostomes, who for years have denied employment opportunities to echinoderms and other deuterostomes. The protostomes claim that the deuterostomes' development of a mouth second in the process of the formation of a digestive tract makes them inherently inferior.
We know that tensions have been flaring between these two types of phyla. What was the spark that triggered this incident?
It is not clear at this point what caused it. We do know that the echinoderm's mobilization was swift. Powered by millions of tiny tube feet, each echinoderm centered around Cape Hatteras and started the move. Each echinoderm oriented one of the points of its pentaradial symmetry on the central gathering place, heaving mass quantities of water through millions of tiny gills.
That sounds like quite a show. Do they appear to have one central leader, or is this the movement that transcends one individual in control?
There does not seem to be a particular leader, especially because echinoderms lack brains. However, they seem to be living quite well off of their surroundings, using fluids in their water vascular system to pump gases and nutrients throughout their bodies.
Fascinating. We have also been hearing that echinoderms have suffered some casualties in the process of these demonstrations. Can you confirm or deny these reports?
While their endoskeletons are particularly strong, I have seen some injured starfish today, and the sea urchins seem to be particularly targeted for a reason that we don't know quite at this moment. However, through the process of regeneration, each of these echinoderms have regrown body tissues and have come back stronger than ever.
Thanks for that enlightening report. We will be sure to check back further developments on the echinoderms protests in the shores of the Hatters.
Well, that's all for tonight, folks.
Be sure to watch tomorrow, where we will see what happens to the echinoderm protest.
Thanks for watching Annelid Primetime News. I'm Marley Self.
And I'm Joanna Powers.
Good night.
Fail, fail.
Ow! Hi. Okay, I should have a script right here. I got this. Okay. Go. Can you like cut that out?
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't make any sense because now
Organisms they contain.
Sorry.
Okay, let's try that again.
Yes, we have live view, ladies and gentlemen, Anna, who...
Now to Anna with the closer. We just repeated.
Thank you.
Same thing. No, we just repeated the same thing like 5 times. But anyways, we interrupt this normal programming.
Each one of them gathered around the central point of Cape Hatteras. Protostomes claim they've...
Well, we'll be seeing what happens to the echinoderms.
Wait, are we...
Echinoderms.